Hello and welcome to our first tutorial on how to settle a city-state in our game modes Empires and Emperor. Before you start you settle your city-state, you'll first want to look for a good spot to settle in. You'll use the dim map for this, so once you type res dim map, you can click on this link and you'll go to the dim map. On the dim map you'll find all the necessary information which you need to find a decent spot. Once you're on the dim map, you can select a few different markers here in the top left to dictate what gets shown. The most important ones we'll be looking at right now is claimed culture and culture. This is our dim map of our casual server, so there are quite a lot of civilizations in it. And here with the claimed culture you can see which areas have been claimed by civilizations. The other thing we'll look at is culture. This also shows unclaimed culture zones, which is important for finding a spot to settle your city-state in. Let's say we want to look at this spot. If you click on a culture zone, you get the number of the culture zone and you see which biomes are located within it. Below that, you'll see all of the stats that the biomes have. Each biome group has different stats dictated to it, and all the biomes within a culture zone will determine which stats you have. A culture zone is a 10 by 10 chunk area which gets claimed if you place your city-state in it. So let's say we click on this culture zone. You have the hammers, the beakers and the grove. Also the happiness. The hammers are used for constructing buildings, the beakers are used for researching new technologies, and the grove is used for growing crops on your farm. The happiness is a static boost to all of these stats, and usually you want to aim for a pretty high happiness. So let's say you click on the mountains biome, for example, 100 mountains. Because mountains have high hammer rate, you can see here we have a lot of hammers. If we can find a swamp biome, for example over here, you can see 88 swamp chunks and we have quite a high beaker rate. So once you find a decent spot that you want to settle in, you can start walking there. Once you find your spot and you've walked to it, you want to settle your city-state. You'll spawn in with a city-state flag, which will look like a blaze rod. To use it, you'll want to go to the location you want to settle your city-state in and right-click it. It will pull up the template selection screen, and here you can select the different templates if you have any. For now, we'll be using the default template. It will also be checking the structure support, and here you'll see this layer is not valid, so we can't place our town hall under it, above it. This is probably because there is a cave system under it. So let's try a position over here. This will hopefully work. Yes, this will work. Once you right-click the blaze rod, you'll see a city-state layout pop up for your town hall. The bedrock layout is only visible to you, and if you stand on it, it will disappear again. So don't walk on it. But if you are happy with the placement of your capital, you'll want to see this message that pops up, and it tells you a nice little story, and you want to choose the name for your city-state. The name is what will dictate your civilization's name, so let's just say Dutch Empire. What should our capital be called? I like the name of Dutch. Here, in the end, it will also show a survey result of which biomes you will claim and the stats you will have. And once you type yes, it will create your empire. Once the template has been placed down, you'll get a policy selection screen. Policies are small buffs that you get to your civilization and can specialize your civilization into a certain direction. For now, if you don't want to select any or take more time to read through it, you can also just close it and use Civ policy list to get back to it. Now you have your city-state. It will take a while to build, and you can see in build progress when it's finished. You can see the amount of hammers you need, so for a town hall it's 600, and our town currently has 140 hammers, so that's 600 divided by 140 to calculate the amount of hours that you need for building your town hall. This was it for the tutorial. I hope I explained to you guys how to settle a city-state, and you can follow our other tutorials for more in-depth. All of our information can also be found on our wiki. Until next time.